good news and some bad news. Good news first, if we take a peek in our inventory, we have 36 diamonds because people have been coming to buy some iron. Normally I don't charge for this, they just pay what they would like to. But bad news is if we hop right on up here, you'll be able to see we don't have villagers anymore, really. Yeah, I thought they were protected from lightning, but apparently not. And we do have one more bit of good news is we now have tons and tons of nether wart because Tui and Spoon borrowed some and then they returned like 30 times what they borrowed. So thank you so much to Tui and Spoon. But this here is an issue that we are absolutely going to need to resolve. And even more unfortunate news, it looks like our villagers have disappeared from our villager breeder. Oh no. I think the best thing that we could do in this moment is wait for some zombie villagers to spawn. And since I'm the only one online, it won't take terribly long. Just up there on the platform, capture them in a boat, heal them up. I do have some more potions of weakness, so we should be good there. And hopefully, fingers crossed, with a building actually surrounding this thing, we won't get any more witches whatsoever. Well, I sure have gotten myself in an interesting state, and I don't know how I got in here. I'm currently on top of the water, but I'm underneath the ice, which is super duper interesting. I'm about to exit here, and then you'll be able to see what I mean. See, I was just underneath the ice. That was so weird. That was so fascinating. But I've decided what we're going to be doing in this episode in order to hopefully get enchanted, because I'm wearing 3 pieces of diamond gear right now, completely unenchanted with only 1 enchanted tool to my name. I lied. I'm sorry. I have 2 enchanted tools to my name. But right now I only have 35 levels, so let's go ahead and hopefully get our sword enchanted, because that's going to be super duper useful in building ourselves up an experience farm. So I believe we are ready to go build this farm, and I know I haven't told you what farm we are going to be building exactly yet, but I can tell you it does involve highly illegal blocks, such as literal water source blocks. Yes, these are provided by Spoon Muppet. He has some crazy cool videos on how to get these illegal blocks in Minecraft. I would highly recommend you check him out. He has some fantastic redstone tutorials and tunnel bores for the Bedrock edition, and overall is a real cool guy, so definitely check out his channel. And we are going to need these because we are building a farm today in the Nether. So as you can see, we are in a Nether fortress, but we are not going to be building a Nether mob farm. Instead, we have a blaze spawner over here, and I've actually already been collecting some blaze rods from this thing, but it is time to tear down this temporary setup and make a more permanent one that is going to be so much better for collecting these rods and getting a lot of XP from this. So we are going to be using a farm of my own design, but it does use these hacked water blocks. I am so excited to use them. But I am going to have to be very careful because these dudes do spawn in quite a bit, and I probably need to just get myself some fire protection, honestly, because I am so bad against them. Now, this didn't take me terribly long, but we have officially got the area cleared out for where we are going to be building the spawning chamber for the blazes. Not the killing chamber, but just the spawning chamber. So we're going to, of course, coat this in a fun layer of glass, resembling the color of the blazes, and I've already gotten that all smelt up. I just hope I have enough of it, because knowing me and my preparation, it's probably not going to be enough, but we'll make do with what we've got. I'm very excited. We are going to be starting with yellow at the top, orange next, and then black at the very bottom. We may sprinkle in a little bit of that tinted glass just for some extra flavor. Just for funsies, then we will be also using a trident killer. But I want to go ahead and get this up and running in its most basic form, after we of course fill in that block, so that way we can actually be getting experience and blaze rods while this thing is running. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to be honest, the side of this looks very illegal. Probably because it very much is, but still it feels like wrong in my soul to see water for a blaze farm. But you know, I got the water collection system in, and if we head down here, we have a little bit of an item collection system. So I guess the only thing left to do is to actually kind of give this thing a test, which I'm a little bit scared of, because the second we take the torches away, blazers are going to spawn, and blazes like to track you. So we'll take it. Yep, there it is. It didn't even take that long. Let's go ahead and disappear. And in theory, this guy will slowly float down. They do take damage in the water, which is good. That's how we get them to slowly actually take damage, so that way they're good to go. And you could hear that the blaze is in fact taking damage, and if we hold out our trident, this has impaling 4 on it, and let's see, we only have our torch so far. Let's hope. It looks like we may need to extend the timer on some of these repeaters. Also looks like we aren't quite getting the blazes in there. So we're going to mess with the timers for a little bit. The blazes look like they don't have enough time to drop down, so they're not getting killed by the trident, which is not great because that's how we get XP and stuff like that in blaze rods. So if they're unable to get killed by the trident, that's kind of an issue. Let's see what we can do about this though. Well, after doing some fixing, it looks like this is in fact working, though we definitely need to edit the timing on our clock here because it is not doing so hot. Oh dearie me. It's very much broken, but we are in fact getting blaze rods from this, so I would count this as a general success. But there's still much more that we have to do. So much more that we have to do. Well, I seem to have gotten this working. So happy. This trapdoor is here mostly so that way our trident does not get out of here, but I have adjusted the timing, so we are now using a decay clock right over here that fires off occasionally. This allows the blazes to have enough time to get into the chamber, which is just absolutely perfect for our needs. And this is still with a torch still existing in our chamber. There's still a torch on the other side that is really negatively impacting this, and if I get hit by a blaze, at least there's a ton of water around me. There we go. And now it should, in theory, be at full capacity. Yeah, you have no power here, you cowards. Maybe they have a little bit of power. Correction. But if we head down here, it seems to be working fantastic. And if you stand up here, none of the blazes should be able to see you, though I do not trust this to be an AFK-able farm. But as you can see, we are getting lots and lots of blaze rods, which is exactly what we want. Now all we have left to do is do some decoration. This is a very satisfying sight, I'm not going to lie. It takes a couple rounds for them to completely get unalive, but it does get there eventually. And it's giving me lots of XP, which is perfect. And we now have a great fuel source, honestly. And this is without any looting. I'm actually going to do a quick experiment because I have no idea the efficiency of this farm. I am going to leave my computer here alone for half an hour and see exactly what we get. I can tell you though that we do absolutely need to actually get a wall on these things because those were some angry blazes. So now I'm completely closed in, nothing on my inventory except for a looting sword. I put this water here so in case I accidentally die, it gets sucked right up into that hopper, which is going to be perfect. But I shouldn't die, and we're going to see exactly how many blaze rods I'm able to get. You can see there's nothing in that chest. Timer is starting now. And we'll see how much we're able to get in half an hour. I am super duper excited to see these results. It has been officially 30 minutes and we are all the way up to level 45. And look at that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4.5 stacks of blaze rods, which means we're going to get about 9 stacks of blaze rods per hour. We're going to get about 8 blaze heads per hour as well, which is going to be super duper great. And just based off of a quick calculation I did, you get almost 4,000 XP per hour, which is absolutely nuts. If we turn this back on, we are probably going to get so much XP because these blazes have just been sitting there. Like, it's just going to come in, and this is fantastic. Plus, I took absolutely no damage. I am feeling really good about this, honestly. I'm feeling fantastic about this. Even just killing those blazes there took me up all the way to level 47. So I'm going to actually expand the storage here and go AFK for the night because it's getting late here and I have class tomorrow, so I need to get to bed. But I am so excited to see where we are in the morning. We are going to have so much stuff here. It's going to be absolutely nuts. But I will catch you up then. Y'all, I was away from my computer for not even 12 hours. We're at 122 levels. That is nuts. I'm pretty sure if we check this, yep, we have 1 full chest. That means this hopper is going to be full as well. A completely full double chest. And do we have, yeah, y'all, we have so many blaze rods. This is incredible. And we have so much XP. which is going to be fantastic because that means we are going to actually be able to enchant all of our stuff, which is something that I'm actually probably going to do right now because, yeah, I don't really have that great of enchantments. I really don't have enchantments on really anything. So this is fantastic. Let's get ourselves fully enchanted. I've gotten a lot of supplies from the overworld, and we are going to actually encapsulate this whole thing in glass so we can take a peek in whenever we would like. But first things first, let's go ahead and take ourselves a fire resist potion. I'm actually probably going to make this a slightly longer one, and since we have so many blaze rods, we can actually just make ourselves a brewing stand right here, and we should be good to go. Hello friends, you cannot attack me, I am behind glass now. And we have the whole thing finished, so you can kind of see what I was going for with the yellow through the orange, through the black, all the way down. And we've started to extend this platform out a bit because I want you to be able to walk around the whole spawner. Plus, the more we extend the platform, the less places blazes have to try and pathfind to. I'm sorry if you can hear the car in the background. I'm in a very busy area for school. But the next thing that we have to do is get this room all decorated. And of course, we're in Nether Fortress, so we're going to go Nether Fortress same. And we do have an excellent source of nether bricks now. We have a great fuel source from these dudes, and it just keeps coming. We won't ever have to worry about it. I've set up a little enchantment setup over here so we could go ahead and enchant some books while we were here to try and get our enchantments to the max level. Speaking of which, I have not shown you yet what we have. So on our helmet, we only have Thorns, Protection 4, Aqua, Affinity, and Unbreaking. There are a couple enchants we still need there. We still need protection on our chest plate, but we have Thorns, Unbreaking, and we also need Mending on most of these. For our pants, we have almost perfect pants. We have Thorns 2, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Protection 4, Depth Strider 3, Failure we're falling for, Thorns 2, and Mending on boots. We are still missing a couple there as well, like Unbreaking. We have a couple books over here. They're not the best, but we still have them available to us. And we have 31 books to enchant. For our sword, we have almost, I'm pretty sure actually, we might have a perfect, oh, we need sharpness 5. That's the only thing missing from our sword. We have a silk touch pickaxe, which just needs another dose of efficiency 4 mending. Fortune pickaxe, which just needs a dose of efficiency 4. And a silk touch hoe with unbreaking efficiency 4. We can get efficiency 5 on that, but I'm not too worried. And our axe is a silk touch unbreaking 3, smite 4, efficiency 4. We just need one more smite and one more efficiency, and then we've got that all up and running. So let's see what I could do with this magic new XP farm that we've concocted. I have done even more enchanting, so we now have ourselves some really good gear. So I'm just going to hover over all of it, not go quite through it again, but I have upgraded quite a bit of this, and I am so happy with where we are at. Having this farm as an XP farm is so fantastic, and I am so glad that it's here. But I'm going to be completely honest, this doesn't look very pretty in its current form. We are going to have to beautify this a fair bit. To start off though, I think what is more appropriate than having a super smelter right next to our blaze farm, because blaze rods are really good for smelting items. So I'm actually going to basically copy this design from here over onto this side and make ourselves a super smelter. Or it's not going to be such a super smelter, it's just going to be decent at smelting items, which is exactly what we're going to need. It will just be a nice little easy place. Bring your items over to the blaze farm, AFK, get some XP, and while you're at it, you will also get your items smelted. It's perfect. And just a moment later, on the other side of our enchantment setup, we do in fact have a little bit of a super smelter. You go ahead and drop the items that you want in on top, go ahead and everything will come out bottom. Fuel goes in over here. As you can see, we are all stocked up on fuel. Every single one of these furnaces has a full stack of blaze rods in it. And it looks like our hopper minecart for some reason got stuck there. It does that occasionally, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what I can do to fix it. It's a tad bit annoying, but all you have to do is take out a couple blocks, go in and fix it, and you should be good to go. And we have these two furnaces right here set as just like a manual smelt. If you only have like a couple stacks of items, you probably just want to put them in one of those two furnaces. And it's basically a duplicate of this room over here, just with a little bit of different decoration. But we definitely need to get this looking prettier, because this is not the prettiest of farms. And going down here, like we have netherrack openings to the rest of the nether. We don't even have a great way to access our storage system, which we have so many blaze rods here. But that is not the point. Let's go ahead and get on with decoration. And based off of what we have over here, I'm definitely going to continue to stick with the Nether Fortress theme. But I am a little bit worried about something. When I was working the other day, there was a wither skeleton that spawned in right about here. So we're not 100% safe in here. I may exchange these out for slabs, but we will see exactly what happens. We are 100% going to get this up and running, and I am so excited. Just get some decorations in here and see how it goes. So I was getting some decoration stuff, and I found this dude. What are you doing here? What are you even doing here? We need to save you. Oh my gosh, how did you end up there? I think I have a water bucket in here. No, I don't. Oh no. Well, we are going to use one of our sources of water to get ourselves a water bucket because I do not want this dude to die. It isn't our regular axolotl, and he definitely wasn't there before. So wait, can axolotls spawn in the Nether? They might be able to spawn in the Nether. That's actually a fascinating question. But yeah, here we go. We have a cyan axolotl now. But the only thing I can think of is maybe this dude had spawned right in here in our water. Interesting, fascinating. Also, I just want to say having the super smelter has been incredibly useful for this project. Just beyond this portal is our finished design. Now, it's nothing too elegant because, of course, this is our third farm that we are building, or not even our third farm, our third episode on the server. So we, of course, have our little enchantment set up over there. We have our super smelter, which actually works fantastic. We're getting rid of those items because my inventory is completely full and I need to go back to my base. But up here, we have a little bit of a walkway around, so you can always check in on the farm. These these soul lanterns are not bright enough to interfere with the spawner, so we should be all good there. And if we head down the stairs into here, we of course just have our little, we have our little kill chamber that gets all the blazes, so that way we can get tons and tons of blaze rods and XP. I did not change this up because the storage system honestly works just fine since we're getting a single item through the farm. But that is this farm, and I'm considering if you want me to release this kill chamber for blazes on my channel because it works really well, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is what our farm looks like from above. It does peek through the nether ceiling a little bit, but for now, let's go ahead and head back to our base. And now that we're back here, we could go ahead and drop our valuables off in this chest, as well as our nether axolotl. We are going to need a fun name for this dude. So go ahead and drop your suggestions down in the comments. Like, it was so fascinating. I think what happened is because you normally cannot have water in the nether, it didn't check for the dimension it was in, and it just happened to be by chance that this axolotl spawned in the one block of water, one of the 4 blocks of water in that farm. Of all the random blocks selected for mob spawning, this axolotl just happened to be perfectly within it. Last thing that we're going to do is we're going to stop by our lovely greenhouse that we built in episode 1. Good job to whoever built this. Oh, thank you. I really, really appreciate that because we are going to check our donation spin. Oh, hello, you two. And we got some cod heads and copper saddles. I'm going to take the arrows, but I'm going to throw the seeds out because seeds are right there. But look at this. This is going to help us in our undying quest. This is going to help out so much. This would have been so useful for the blaze farm that we built today because I was so worried about dying during that. But fortunately, we perfectly got through it. So this is fantastic. I am very curious as to who gave this to us, but whoever did, thank you very, very much. But that's all I have time for today. I'm sorry this episode took so long to come out. I am back at school, and I am a full-time student and a full-time employee. So it did take a hot second for me to be able to make videos again. But thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for watching my video. If you liked it, please be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Please consider subscribing. But I hope to see you on the next episode. Goodbye.